The federal government appears to be heading towards a shutdown with the key funding deadline expiring at midnight. Now, we caught up with Senator Ed Markey earlier today to hear his thoughts on this possible shutdown. He says that besides this negatively affecting the labor market, a potential shutdown puts the health care of hundreds of thousands of Massachusetts residents at risk.
325,000 Massachusetts residents are going to lose their health insurance. 337,000 Massachusetts residents are going to see their premiums for their health care dramatically skyrocket. So we are looking at 660,000 people in Massachusetts either losing their health care or seeing it be dramatically increased in cost.
Senator Markey says he won't vote for any proposal that doesn't protect the health care of Bay Staters.